All right, welcome everybody. As you can see, the title here, it's let's discuss Koidu Holdings. Even though it's a distraction, we all know Koidu Holdings is a distraction, but let's discuss it. Let's talk about it, okay? That is what I want to do. I saw this video of Fatima Bio here. You guys would, if you care enough to go watch it on the page, you could go watch it on the page. But she's telling us, I don't think there's anything she hasn't said already. Everything she's saying, we've already heard. One way or the other, it already took him. So I know it's a distraction. Don't forget the Koidu Holdings thing. For now, it's a distraction. The bigger fight that we have is the fight for electoral justice. The fact that we have an elections where the results are not available. Don't forget this. As important as the Koidu Holdings thing is, 1,000 Sierra Leoneans have lost their jobs. When you multiply that by at least the families and the businesses affected, we're talking about over 20 to 30,000 people affected by this whole thing. But that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, the June 24th, 2023 elections. It's very crucial. It's very important. But let's shed light on this, Fatima Bio saga here with Koidu Holdings. Like I said again, I see she is, let's see what she's saying here real quick, and I'll talk to you guys.
So many things that happen so fast right now. Hello everybody, una good afternoon. This is Fatima. I know say una beaucoup de right now we they ask so many questions. Some people they ask them because of their political affiliation. Some people they ask them because of their concern for really waiting they go on in the country and where it involve me and my name. So, because now so many things that happen so fast right now, I want follow and give me chance in the next few days, liable for outline everything so that when I be able to understand exactly what they go on. First, people and the one for know what make I go protest with the people in Akono. What make I go join the protesters and not left let the Minister of Labour when I in job go for go do am. First, when you see an injustice, you get for say something about it or do something about it. That's not one of the reasons. Now, how I get into this? I not invite myself na that protest. I not invite myself for go cause problem na kono or for Koidu Holdings. Koidu Holdings na then self invite me for go talk to them boys then day for make sure say then stop them protest them against them.
All right, I'm going to leave it right there. The reason why that is important to note what she just said there, and I'm going to show you guys the letter, the case that has been filed against Koidu Holdings, the litany of lawyers. I see it's like, Cashbox can get this one joke where he can talk about where they give messages where they say, now so then Creole be threatening then Limba people and for take their land in their hand. It doesn't tell and say, I go talk to my lawyer. Then the Limba people and they run left the land, give the Creole people and they say that's what I mean. It says it's a joke, it's not real, but I mean sometimes I don't know. We can check the veracity of that case, but maybe it happened. But this is what they did there, and I will show now the letters there. We go over the letter where your lawyer them Fatima being lawyer and no rights to Koidu Holdings for file a lawsuit against Koidu Holdings. I will come to that. But what she just said is the fact that it said that Koidu Holdings that then call them for go talk to them people there. But I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to deal with this lady. I don't want to deal with her. But all of you remember the video where she actually went out of her way and called them people there for let them protest, let everybody sit on a house. I don't think that Koidu Holdings being called on for, but that's what she decided to eventually tell we say that to go there for. When I all remember table we even say, well, at least if anything, Fatima Bio don't talk the right thing now, and Fatima Bio the show we what he tell like for protest. Let me see if I can share this video with you guys. Let's see this. Let me see if I can play this for you guys. I know I did another video where I talked about this, but I want to specifically focus on this area of a revolution, how revolution is not sweet, and the fact that Fatima Bio knows our rights. Waiting Fatima Bio to talk to now, this I don't have yourself. To salon people, now this we don't tell on all these years about standing up for our rights, about revolution. When I see they help the Koidu holdings them for protest, we all know what's in the happen. Koidu holdings not talk to them. They want they come about jet to.
Now I want for let Koidu holding no say. Me no get the power. Papa God na get the power. But una waiting up na ya so na una get that power dey. If una no work, Koidu holding no they make money. And for any day Koidu holding make no work for 24 hours, it dey cost them millions.
Yes.
So una always dey na ya. You know when they say revolution not sweet.
Revolution not sweet. Salon people, una listen. This now una form of. All right. You know, it's the way the thing is on my phone. I know for sure now, but I know exactly now that you've listened to that video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That is the video right there that talked about the fact that, you know, I ain't calling people here for protest, talking about people's rights. But in the same Sierra Leone, we've seen people protest in McKinney for a generator. They were massacred and killed. But this is the same lady. You guys just listened to her speech here talking about when you see injustice, say something about it. But this is only on their part, right? When we come there and talk about the injustices, to this day, the massacre where man make them massacre people at Pademba Road prisons, till this day, there's been no proper investigations. Mile 91, Tumbo killings, McKinney massacre, call it, name it, Lonsar, all over the place. There has been no investigations to hold people accountable. The killings of, what's the guy's name? All of these people, Leatherboot, Soriba, all of these people that were killed, and the Skromai security got them. Till this day, they're saying a coup. We don't know. Nobody saw the evidence of any nonsense, the foolishness when they depend. And the Skromai in Nigeria, it in exile. It affects Dr. Sabura Kamara. You know, they go against Madabi. All of these things are happening. So I want you guys to pay attention, Sierra Leoneans, to what is the reality on the ground here. So again, like I said, I don't want to talk much about Fatima Bio because she's not my, you know, not to possibly I really want to discuss. I really don't want to discuss her. But the fact of the matter is, I want to show you guys this letter. These letters will come up from a lawyer them. You see, the reason is this. I don't know how much they're paying these lawyers, right? I cannot tell you how much they're paying them. But I think it's important for us to see this. And let's understand the ramifications. You know, this is not good for our country in the first place. This is very terrible for our country. Since this guys came to power, a husband came to power in 2018, there's been so many loggerheads with this, taking companies to court, terminating contracts. It is destroying Sierra Leone. And who suffers? Not of Fatima being picking where they drive Lamborghini and AMG Mercedes-Benz, they suffer. It is the youth that are suffering. They're on drugs, kush, just to find a way to appease themselves, to forget about their daily troubles and problems. They engage in drugs. But these people are lavishing and languishing, lavishing and destroying, whilst our brothers are languishing and our sisters are languishing their lives away, being prostitutes and all that stuff. Fatima Bio, I don't know how much money he's spending on paying these lawyers, but these people cannot match the amount of resources that Koidu Holdings and all these other organizations have. This was what they did when they tried the SL mining. Do you guys know even how that case ended? Una know that case they had with SL mining? Because then look, the first and the second time when they appear in a court, they don't say this thing will just continue for drain the resources of that country. Because how much of the pay lawyer that we go represent them? Over $100,000 for every representation. Whilst the people that we get the SL mining, these guys are billionaires. They get lawyers, they wait and they shake safe. The guy when they send for car gets the matter and a private jets na inka utana Sierra Leone. When Marabio na go meet and also even the Minister of Mines go meet and Marabio go meet the guy in a hotel, they settle the case. These are things that we know, but we pretend like say we don't understand because again, my focus is the June 24th, 2023 elections. So that was how the SL mining case died. Because they know they were not going to get anywhere with these people. You cannot challenge these incorporations. There is no way you're going to win. So it's the same thing. This is like I said earlier. Now so we brother Cashbox the threatening then create. Me say we don't hear to other people. Then create the threatening limba people and say, I can go write you. I will tell me lawyer, I go write you. Now so the limba they run, they left the land and get create people. Again, it's a joke. But this is what in Fatima Bire they do now. This is how they are destroying our country. The money that should be going towards helping hospitals, buying medications for hospitals, paying nurses' salary, pay police and salary, pay teacher salary, all of these monies are going towards this foolishness that they would never succeed or win. So that is why I want to share this with you so you guys can see what is actually going on here. This is the letter from Tijan Cole or something like that. Let's see. Let me bring it here for you guys. Tijan Cole Yilan Partners. So you see how they line up all the lawyers them on the screen, as you can see there? These are all the lawyers. Waiting at this farm, where I guess you don't pay this farm here for let this farm represent her. Ibrahim Soriyila, Ibrahim Tommy. So Ibrahim Tommy, who's a civil society, Ibrahim Tommy, who's supposed to be a civil society activist fighting for Sierra Leoneans. And then they represent Fatima Bio in the name of, say, standing up for the Koidu people there. Ibrahim Tommy, that's why you don't hear these guys anymore. It is either you're a lawyer, if you want to stay lawyer, stay lawyer. If you're going to be a civil society activist, do the right thing by the people. If you're a lawyer and a civil society activist, that's even better. But do the right thing by the people. Ibrahim Tommy has never come out and make a public statement to even protect or defend the people when Fatima Bio was interfering into the activities of Koidu Holdings, leading protests. Ibrahim Tommy could not come out and say, hey, Madam First Lady, leave this illegal First Lady. Leave this issue alone. Let us handle this at a governmental level. You're just a First Lady. You have no business dealing with this matter. Ibrahim Tommy not even came up here and talk. Abubakar Sharif Esquire, Umunia Lake Bapi, James Tamba Kamara, Ibrahim Khalil Koroma, Aisatuddin Tarawali, Abdul Tijan Cole, Janissa Edwina Frances Momodu, Mohamed Hassan Bangura, Edith A.I. Chaito, Musa Kaisamba, Farouk Sulaiman Taiwo Adedoyi. These are the lawyers waiting at this farm with Fatima. They're not going to even shake or crack the code when it comes to Koidu Holdings. This is the letter they've put out. They threaten Koidu Holdings with lawsuit. This is not going to go anywhere. Nowhere. But they're wasting the resources of our country in the name of putting a front. Like for say, and get what you take for challenge these people. But this is the reality of what we're dealing with. Look at this. They write to, Mr. Gustav Frederick Bowden, Director and General Counsel, Octia Limited Company, West Wing, Frances House, Sir William Place, St. Peter's Fort, Guernsey, Channel Islands. Dear Mr. Bowden, notice of intended legal action, unlawful interference, incitement, defamation, and damages to Koidu Limited and Octia. This is waiting at the crime where Fatima being commit. She had no business interfering into the activities of Koidu Holdings in her capacity as First Lady. It is one thing to advocate and speak up, but to tell the people to protest and stay home and not go there. What was she trying to attain? Why do we have government channels for handle those kinds of situations? Look the letter when they put down it's getting. Nothing is going to come out of this. These people cannot even shake that organization. They don't have what it takes to do it, other than destroying the reputation of Sierra Leone. This is the only reason why I'm mentioning Fatima Bio. But again, Dr. Sumar Kamara has a lot of work to do. Because again, once they hand over power to Ram, becomes the president, these are some of the things we have to fix to bring back the reputation. It's not a difficult job to do at all. It's one day. The day is inaugurated alone as the president of Sierra Leone. That changes everything in the first place. So that in itself will bring confidence, a certain level of confidence into the society. We all have confidence, what we brother Cashbox don't talk about. Confidence. As it is in Sierra Leone, there is no confidence, and we're going to continue to suffer in language. Your people are going to continue to die untimely death. Hospital will not get better. Nothing on the hospital in a death trap for our people today. There is no proper clean drinking water. Sanitation is nasty across the country. The resources that should go towards improving the infrastructure in the nation and taking care of the needs of the people is going towards these futile lawsuits. They're not going to yield no fruit. That's what is they left back. Yeah. Pastor, they get for take them, the government get for go pay money, just like in the case of SL Mining, when they go try for squash the case. They cannot shake these international corporations. They don't have what it takes to shake them up. This is foolishness. Absolute stupidity. A bunch of foolish idiots. Now, the poor people in Koidu, they're in the suffer. The poor people in Koidu are in the suffer now. They don't get team for it with their family members them. They don't sack all of them. Because of one person waiting. You have no business with dealing with government. We have ministers there. They don't sign these contracts through government channels. Let the governments deal with these people. If the people wanted to protest for themselves, let them organize themselves and protest. That is why they have a union. As a First Lady, you can speak for them, but you cannot tell them to go protest and stay away and stand. Now, all of these people have lost their livelihood. Who is going to take care of them? Now Koidu Holdings is packed, and she's writing all this foolish letter for stupid people because they're thinking this is going to go somewhere. This is not going anywhere. We have been consulted and our services retained by Dr. Fatima Marabio. First of all, this falsity of calling Fatima Bio doctor, she is not a doctor. If you're going to call her a doctor, you have to make it very clear that this doctorate is an honorary degree. It is an honorary doctorate. We all get honorary doctorate then. We're not use them because you cannot use it. It's not even legal to use it. Now, false life. So for these lawyers to know these things and they're using a name as Dr. Fatima, she is not a PhD holder. She did not go to school. It is not an academic. It is not an academic PhD. It is an honorary degree with Ngiam. God knows how much they go pay for that Ngiam honorary PhD. God knows how much lobbying they had to do for like get the honorary PhD. She cannot use Dr. Fatima Bio. It is wrong. But she continues to use it, and people think the more they call out Dr. Fatima, the more it becomes legal and it stays and it sticks and stays. And people across the world don't do background check. They don't do research on this. I can call myself Dr. Fonatiri. People would not even check that. They would just assume automatically that I'm a doctor. Well, I don't have a PhD. Not that I don't care for one, but I really don't care for it when you look at the scheme of things, because I don't need a PhD to progress in my life and do everything and attain whatever I'm going to attain. I don't need a PhD. I already have enough education, enough experience to get me where I need to be. I'm way, way better than a lot of PhDs at this point. I work with PhDs and PhDs report to me. So it is not my problem with PhDs. Fatima is not a PhD holder. They need to stop calling her Dr. Fatima because she's not a doctor. Even Marabio, I doubt if he has his doctorate degree because he calls himself a political doctor. Even these people, all of these, none of them can show certificates to prove their PhDs. This falsity, this false life, this is the nonsense that they've been doing for years. And we continue to tolerate this nonsense from these people. But this is the reality of what is actually happening. Look, the lawyer, they want to go line up for go fet Koidu Holdings. You're not even going to scratch the surface with these people. Just to waste the resources of the country. They have these stupid lawyers. Of course, they don't pay their money. What do they want their money? Lawyer business don't come out of the country today. Across the world, law business, it's just a bunch of scams. A scam is a scam. Look at all these idiots. And in that country, they look at the litany of lawyers now. Litany of lawyers that are going to represent us for this foolishness. And then they sit down there, they give video, they give video, they talk about, nonsense. They explain to me what you want for explain. Who gives a crap at this point?
July 27 last year, the guys them, the workers them, they staged a sitting down protest na Kono. During that protest day, the Minister of Labour go, and the minister, where he go, he listen to the workers them plight. He decide for side with the workers them and talk in favor of the workers them.
Good morning. I'm glad for the here today. What the kind of yesterday, the UMU leadership, they come to me, they want to join this street. I said, no, I don't need it. His Excellency give me a clear mandate. His Excellency President Bill. We want to make sure say the one way they work right now, we will make sure say they enjoy the benefits of it. Not only that Koidu from Europe to Vista, all the places they're concerned about the way we workers and the fair off. And also a very strong mandate say I for resolve them problem. They're not they do the work what they're supposed to do. And this reason I might not be minister tomorrow, but if I will all go back, let it go back with the full conscience that I have.
Koidu Holding no been let down on their all, say the minister go there, he go side with the workers them. So then decide for bring the problem na Freetown na ya. Then first go waiting I understand, say one which we get documentation on, then go to the Honorable Vice President. When they go there, then all go present their case. During that meeting, then outline everything when the people in concern, the documents then there, and every document, everything what they talk about are the presented document. During the meeting at the Honorable Vice President in office, the one then Koidu Limited, then outline waiting at them concern. The workers themselves outline waiting at them concern. And then they finally agree on certain things the way they need for go do after that meeting. Then go back, nothing was done. Again, the tension continue for Rice Day. Then come back now Freetown. My understanding is this time now the Honorable Minister David Senge now in them being asked for mediate between them and the Koidu Holdings and the workers them. That happened. When then after that one day, now in Koidu Holdings now reach out to me and ask say, all side where they don't go, they not feel say they waiting them desire, then get them. So they want me, like go talk to the workers then. Since na kono come out, let me self try for talk to the workers then, let mediate between them. This was July 28. July 27, and the workers then staged their first protest.
Guys, you see the dysfunction? But this is what happens when you have an illegitimate government. You see the level of dysfunction where the government cannot even take control of its own affairs. They therefore bring the legal first lady into the matter. Government, from the president, vice president, the ministers, all of these people cannot even, take charge of their own situation. Then get for come and go involve the illegal first lady into the matter. It shows the level of dysfunction and ineptitude within the government system. That's what it shows clearly now. That these people have no control. But that is what you have where we get a system where it's rigged. The elections was rigged. There's a dysfunction totally within the state. Everything has collapsed. Nothing is working to the point these guys have to go and get the services of Fatima Bio. Now you don't go take lawyer them, litany of lawyers for go challenge, these people. Because what they have been passing bad laws in the country. We have terrible leaders. This goes back to, the point about privatization and nationalization. Privatization, these are some of the downsides to it. Because we get corrupt leaders them. Because to God in this day, if we had serious leaders them, regardless of it being privatized to these corporations, if we get serious leaders, they will sign good deals for we people. We're not getting a situation we'll get so. But because even if they nationalize now, what's going to happen? Now massive corruption. But why don't we nationalize these industries for once? Why don't we? And by the way, privatization is not just a total scam. All it takes is good leadership in place to ensure that it works for the people. That's all it is. It's about having the right leaders in place for make sure say then sign up. We don't see across the world. Singapore, then triumph, privatization. There was competition. We need to compare why the north side or the east side, the railway system. If this one side faster past the other side, why is this side faster? So competition, privatization, there's something to lean back on. It worked for them. Singapore is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. It doesn't work in some African countries, in majority of African countries, because these politicians, they look out for themselves. And then they go to the guy there and they go take brown envelopes. So the guys don't really care about our people that are working there. But it shows the level of dysfunction, so much to the point that they have to get the illegal force to interfere in government issues, when it should have been the president stepping up as a man, as the leader, if he was the legal president, to step up and negotiate and discuss and talk about these things for his people, himself with his ministers. That is why you're a president, you have ministers. Get engaged. But the man just did travel up and down. The guy does not even care. To the point where the illegal force they get for going to interfere into this. And now look at the amount of people who don't lost their job there. Koidu Holdings, Unpack Longo. They file lawsuits and all kind of nonsense that is not going to go anywhere. It's not going to yield no fruit. Nothing that come up here and buff case. That's what they left. Nothing. Just like how SL Mining, that the government go big. SL Mining, they went and begged. I'm not making these things up to you. Let them beg. And now they don't go back with Koidu Holdings. They don't go back with Koidu Holdings. Now the same thing ain't got for happening anymore. Waste money. The money therefore puts towards resources for enhance and empower the people. Those monies are going to be wasted on freaking law cases. Freaking cases. Look at this. Let me share this with you guys. This is the case of Koidu SL Mining. All right. So memorandum opinion of the United States District Court for the District of Columbia. Plaintiff Jenner and Block LLP, Jenner and Block, a U.S. law firm, sued the Republic of Sierra Leone, a foreign nation, and Jenner and Block's, let me highlight this so you guys can track with me here. Jenner and Block's former client for failure to pay its legal fees. Sierra Leone retained Jenner and Block in 2019 and agreed to pay a flat fee of 1.5 million. Matter of fact, this was the law firm that Sierra Leone used to represent them. They had to sue the Sierra Leone government for not paying their dues, for representing them. This was that one. Let's look at this one. Let's look at this case. All right. The Sierra Leone mining case right here. The Sierra Leone mining case in Sierra Leone has been settled. The SL mining case in Sierra Leone has been settled, with both parties dropping their claims in a binding agreement signed on May 7th, 2021. This means the dispute over mining licensing, royalties, and work schedules, which led to the suspension of Sierra Leone's SL mining's operations, has been resolved out of court. The agreement includes the formation of a new company and the negotiation of a new mining lease agreement, ensuring greater benefits for Sierra Leone. So that was how Newco was born. Newco. SL Mining changed its name to Newco. We Kande Yumkela in Nice, I think she's still working there probably. The one where they work in a World Bank. That they funded the illegal census. I know Sierra Leoneans, people don't pay attention to these things. Man, they don't forget about anything they say. But these are the things. In a press release issued by the Ministry of Mines and Mineral Resources dated 10th May 2021 and signed by the Minister Musa Timothy Kaba, it was categorically stated that following lengthy discussion and negotiations, the matter between the government of Sierra Leone and its SL Mining Limited GL Group has been amicably resolved. This is what is happening. Look at the case here. Look at the case. Wilma Hale, Republic of Sierra Leone versus SL Mining Limited. The English Commercial Court rules on the effect of non-compliance with a multi-tier dispute resolution provision. Look at it. All of these. And then Fatima Biro come on out, they run back, they threaten people here with lawsuits. Look the lawyer they went back. The money for use for empower people, better the lives of our people. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. This is the nation that we have. But like I said again, our focus is the June 24th, 2023 elections. Whilst all of this distraction is ongoing, I want you guys to pay attention to that. Again, that is why we're calling for transparency in the process. Where are we? Where are we? Because we know the patience, like Dr. Makumara said, patience is not, it doesn't last forever. No, our patience is running thin. Enough is enough. If the international community, there's this ongoing political transition, where are we? What is the framework? What is the time frame? Enough is enough. Bring this thing out in the open so the people see it. Everybody knows what's happening. Enough of this, secrecy and everything in private. Enough of that. All this foolishness that we're seeing today is because we have, not had the kinds of results we're looking for. Enough is enough. Lord knows how they. Look at all this nonsense. All this foolishness. Filing lawsuits here and there. You tell them for focus on helping our people. Go look at the hospitals there. Look at the educational system. Look at the roads. Look at the sanitation. Poor water, electricity, light no day. All of these issues. You're going to file fake lawsuit there. They make toko cantine. But nonsense. When I go for yield, no fruit. When I mark me once, when I go for serious case back. Then they come on, no sign, nothing, betting, they come on. Now the people that we don't suffer, we don't lost their job, then they go for suffer. Watch some of them now, them picking and go for drop out of school. Them about to begin to take cushion drugs. That's what's going to happen to them. Because we have leaders that don't know what to do to improve the lives of our people. Why can we all we need to do, these machines, go to Caterpillar. Go to Caterpillar and take these machines and let them on loan. They're happy to give you these machines on loan. Sierra Leone can control those mines. So we know exactly what is going out. Take the resources and use them for improving people in life. It is in the same corner we saw somebody died. Corner, they don't get ambulance for put the person in the dead body. They don't get ambulance for put her for letting go bury him, give him a decent funeral. They had to tie the guy on a bike Inside the same corner, outside diamond they come out. Same corner, outside diamond they come out. We get terrible leaders then from the APC, then go sign all these bad contracts for we people them. When they're ready, then go and get them brown envelope from these guys. That is what has been happening. I hope when Dr. Samura Kamara come, these are the things that's going to change. Let us nationalize every industry again. We're going to take everything back. We can partner with some organizations there, but let's take it back. Let it be for Sierra Leone. We're too rich. The country too gentle for this foolishness. Anyway, guys, I'll leave it right here, guys. All right? I wanted to do this real quick and talk to you. But have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.